Hey guys, I just kind of wanted to go over some of the practice problems that you guys got. And the first one that I'm going to do is x squared minus 4x plus 4 equals 0. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and set up our problem as though we were just going to factor. So I just want to go ahead and identify A, B, and C. So A, we know equals 1 because there is no coefficient there. So we know that to be 1. Our B is going to be negative 4. Our C is going to be a positive 4. Please excuse my phone if it's going off in the background. Okay, so we have our A, B, and our C. And we're going to just go ahead and set up our problem. So we're going to make our two parentheses. We know that we're going to have x factored out. X is going to be here. X is going to be here. We see that we have a minus and an addition sign. So we know that we have to multiply two numbers in order to get a positive 4. So we have to multiply two positive numbers, or we have to multiply two negative numbers in order to get a positive 4. So that means that our signs either have to be two negative or two positive. However, since we have this negative number over here, then we know that it can't be two positive. So the only other thing that it would be able to be is two negatives. So that's going to be our sign. So now we need to figure out which factor pairs are going to work. So let's make our little T-chart over here. So we have to multiply to get a positive 4. And then I need to add together in order to give us our negative 4. Okay, so let's start with the identity property, which is going to be 1 and then the number itself, which is 4. And we said we're going to have negatives, so let's go ahead and put those negatives in there. So negative 4 and a negative 4. If we add those, that's going to give us a negative 5. So it's not going to work over here. So that's not going to work. It does work here. However, we need it to work for both. So let's do 2. 2 times a negative 2 is going to give us a positive 4. Okay. So let's add them together. A negative 2 plus a negative 2 is going to give us what? A negative 4. So it looks like these two are going to work out for us. So it doesn't matter where we put it, both are negative. So we're going to put the negative 2 right here and the other negative 2 right there. And that's it for our factored part. So now we're going to move on to the next part, which is we're going to set each of the factors equal to 0. So that means we're going to do x minus 2 is equal to 0. And then we're going to do it again because it's the same thing. X minus 2 equals 0. We're going to solve for x. So we're going to add 2. That's going to cancel out. It's going to bring down the x. Same thing over here, except it's going to add 2, which is going to mean that our x is a positive 2. And the same exact thing we're going to do on this side because it's the same exact problem. Bring down the x, and that's going to be a positive 2. So ultimately, this is what our answer is going to be. So we have a positive 2 and another positive 2. That is definitely a 2 right there, guys. Might not look like it, but it is. Okay. Let's go to the last one. May have to lift this up a little bit. Okay. Let's go to the last problem. Now this one, the number is kind of big. So we may have to do a little bit of digging in order to figure out what numbers we'll be able to multiply and also add to B, and C. Okay, so let's start off again with figuring out what A is. All right, again, A is 1. B is going to be a positive 21. And then C is going to be 108. Which I'm actually glad we have a big number because, you know, sometimes it's okay to take those calculators out. Okay, guys? It's totally okay to do that. Nothing's wrong with it. So you may have to take your calculator out to just have it on standby, okay? Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is just go ahead and set up our problem, which is going to be getting our binomials ready. And we see that we have 2 positives, which is going to be pretty easy for us because that just means that we are going to have 2 positives here. We know that our x is going to factor out to be an x in this binomial and that one. All right, so now we need to go over to our little t-chart. Well, we need to make a t-chart first. All right, so we know that we need a number. We need numbers that are going to multiply to be 108, but are going to add together in order to give us 21. All right, so I know we always talk about starting with the identity property, so we're going to go ahead and do 1 and 108. That's a big number, isn't it, guys? Okay, but we're still going to go ahead and do it full out the way that we would do it, you know, anyway. So we're going to go ahead and look at number 2. So 108 divided by 2 is going to give us what, guys? Use that good calculator. 54. Good job. All right, so we already know that if we add those 2, that's not going to work over there. So this is clearly not going to work in this column. It's not going to work for this one either. So let's go to the next one. Can 3 be evenly divided? It can. So 108 divided by 3 is going to give us 36. If we add those 2 together, is that going to give us 21? No. It's not. So that's not going to work either. How about the next number? 4 divided into 108 is going to give us 27. Uh-oh, we're getting closer. But is that going to work? 27 plus 4 is going to give us 31, but not 21. So that's not going to work either. So we're still going. Okay, it's okay. What about 5? Yeah, that's not going to work evenly. What about 6? Okay, yep, that works. So 6 goes in there 18 times. Okay, we are getting down there. Now, if we add these 2 together, is that still going to give us more? Okay, so let's maybe one more. Will 7 work? What about 8? Nah. Okay, what about 9? Let's try 9. Okay. 9 can go in there 12 times. Okay, wait a minute. 12 plus 9 equals 21. Yes. Sorry, that didn't work. But this one does. It gives us 21. Okay. We found our numbers, guys. Yes, I'm so excited, as you guys can tell. All right, boom. So now we need to move on to our next step, which will be setting them equal to 0. So we're going to do x plus 9 equals 0. Since they're not the same, I'm going to just do them separately, okay? So we're going to solve for x. So we're going to subtract that 9 to get x by itself. What we do to this side, we have to do this side. So x equals negative 9. Okay, well, let's do the same thing on the other side. X plus 12 equals 0. Okay, so let's subtract 12. We're going to bring down x. X equals, subtract 12 on this side as well, negative 12. And that's going to be our answer. So our solutions are negative 9 and negative 12. All right, guys, I hope that this helps you guys understand what we are doing a little bit better. If not, please do not hesitate to reach out to myself or reach out to Mrs. Walton for assistance. So if you guys have any questions, let either one of us know and we will definitely assist you guys. Have a good one.